Hello and welcome back to Gunpla Rush. Today we are reviewing the Gundam 00 Command Quan T. Now, I'm not sure I pronounced that last part right, but if you know how to pronounce it, you can go ahead and drop it in the comments below. I am not ashamed. This thing actually is not done a lot of justice by the box art, as I just picked it up to collect more of the Gundam Breaker series so that I can mix them up and everything, but it actually looks way cooler once it's built and out of the box. So I definitely think you should stick around because we're talking about the price, quality, and how much time it takes to build this bad boy. So without any further ado, let's hop right into the video. So of course this is the Gundam 00 Command. So basically a lot of the Gundam Breaker kits are already kind of like a mashup or a variation on a Gundam that already exists. So this one's going to be kind of like the 00 Gundam, and of course he looks more like a heavy like assault version. He's more like a ground tank kind of, you know. And so yeah, let's talk about how much he cost. So what's the price of this guy? This guy is actually a little bit more expensive than some of the other HG Gundam Breaker kits. He runs about $30 in my local hobby store, which is a bit more expensive, about $10 more expensive, maybe $8 more expensive than on average. Maybe in your local hobby store he's a little cheaper, a little more expensive. He's definitely not one of the cheaper ones to get if you're looking for the Gundam Breaker kits. However, that being said, he is totally worth that price point because he has a ton of extra stuff. Speaking of which, let's talk about the quality. The green paint on him on the box is actually a lot more dull looking than it is on the actual Gunpla, and of course he comes with a lot of cool extras like the small knives, the larger gun with the bayonet attached to it, and I just love the sword. Also, something you don't really see on the box for this guy are the yellow orbs that are very shiny and reflective. They look really neat for this particular Gunpla. It's really a nice detail to add even though it's such a small Gunpla. Moving on to the time. How much time did it take me to build this guy? Well, because he had a lot of extra parts, I would say it took me about an hour and 10 minutes to build him. If you're an inexperienced builder, it may take you about 4 hours to build him, and of course if you only got a little bit of time each day to build, then maybe like 4 or 5 days, possibly up to a week. But for most experienced builders, he'll only take you about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to build. He's definitely worth it, and he comes with a lot of cool extras, so I think that's kind of why he takes that amount of time. He comes with the big shield, the knives, the cannon, this kind of odd backpack, and of course his boots are probably some of the most unique looking Gundam boots that I've seen in a little while because they're more like a construction site or a large shielded tank instead, so like some construction armor of some kind, you know. But yeah, he definitely looks a lot more durable than your average Gundam. So would I recommend you pick up this Gundam? Definitely if you're collecting the Gundam Breaker series. I'll tell you always to collect all of them if you're collecting a particular series, but as far as the quality, he is at least worth the money that you're picking him up for. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel so that these videos can spread to more people. And if you're looking for more Gunpla content, there is another video right here.